podcast, everyone. We're back again with a participants video. Karsha's going to do the seated version and I'm going to do the standing version. So this is going to be about 5 minutes long, and the intention is that you either have your phone or your laptop or your iPad set up and you actually do it with us. So we really need to do a bit of warming up first. So we're going to do a toe heel jog. Warming up, warming up. Very cold day here today. Right, so let's just do a little bit of marching. Probably not a very good warm-up, but let's do it anyway. Some of you might have been rushing around doing some housework or out sweeping the paths or raking up leaves, so you might be warm, but we do need to be a little bit warm for this one. So let's go back to that toe heel jog. So we'll just do a low impact jog, take us all day to get in there. Right, and a little bit more marching, and some toe points. Really pointing out that toe, that's the way, and some heels. Good. And feet hip distance apart. Kash staying in her chair, we're just going to swing up and down. Down and up. And come to the side, we'll go to the right hand side, and to the left hand side, to the right hand side, and the left hand side. Good, a little bit of a jiggle. So if you're still feeling pretty cold, you might want to do a little bit more of that. So we're going to start out with just a little activity called fast feet. And we're going to think about speed, short duration speed. So when I say go, Karsha, and probably me, is going to speed those feet up as much as possible, but only for about 3 or 4 footfalls. Go. Nice. Go. Go. All right, so you don't want to do that more than 3 or 4 times because it's quite hard work. And if it's hurting your feet or your ankles, obviously, just keep it gentle. So we can do that a different way, where we're doing our little wee fast feet, and this time when I say up, we're going to slowly lift one foot or the other one up off the floor as fast as we can. Up! I would need to be behind a chair, wouldn't I? Right, let's do it again. Up! Nice. Oh, if I say up twice, it's one foot then the other.
Okay.
But not both off the ground at the same time.
All right.
Up! Yep. Up, up! Nice. So speeding the arms. This time, it's just running arms. I can't believe I'm puffing, Karsha. Just keep them little, and when I say go, you're going to put some power into those arms. If you're standing up, keep your knees a little bit bent. Go! But just a few. Go! Nice. Right. Let's now have a look at jumping. So power with jumping. So I'm going to do exactly the same as Karsha, but standing. So our first kind of jump is using our arms and pretending to jump up, but of course not going anywhere. Push. Let's do 4 more in your own time. 1 more. Oh, I said in your own time. Have you done your 4?
Yes, thank you.
And then have a rest, because it is quite hard work. So the next option is to just lift off and come onto our toes. So still using lots of power through the arms. Ready to go. 4.
So my bottom's going to come off the
No, it's
chair?
not.
No, just the heels.
Just
okay.
the heels, right. Oh, your bottom might come off a tiny bit,
Okay.
but hardly at all. Right. 4 of them in our own time. Being careful of our shoulders if we've got some problems. Just about ready to take my jumper off. So this time, I might just leave the floor with my toes a tiny bit, and Karsha's going to push her heels into the floor and just lift her backside up. Now, you at home might need a little bit longer than that in between, just time to get your breath back, but we'll try for another 4 when you're ready. Never any more than 4 at a time for starters. Okay, so when we're ready. And
Explosion.
Yes, explosion. So it doesn't matter how long you wait in between, as long as you explode with loads of power. So let's do 2 more with a little bit more rest in between. Okay. So just 2 more. There we go. Nice. Now we've got one more step, which is for Kasha, who's sitting down, to have her heels planted into the floor. Mm-hmm. She's going to push a little bit harder with her legs, and that explosion is going to be the arms, and she's going to lift her backside quite a way off the floor. I'm actually going to lift off the ground, but when I land into the balls of my feet and then into my heels with nice soft knees, I think we'll just do 3.
Do a little demo first, so
demo
then
first.
Before the 3. Nice.
Okay, now just 3. Let's go. And have a rest in between if you need to. Good. So what Kasha does really well is she keeps her heels on the floor. Because remember, when we do our stand up, sit down, we want to dig our heels in. And I would have a chair in front of me, but you wouldn't be able to see very well what I was doing, or a chair to the side. So if you're at all wobbly, do the seated version. It's the same benefit, perhaps not so much cardio, but the same benefit in terms of trying to get some power. And for those of you who might be thinking, well, why are we doing this? It's very useful sometimes to be able to move our feet quickly. So just say we were reaching for something and stumbled, we want to get that leg out as quickly as we can. Similarly, getting that leg out as quickly as we can. And there are times when you can do more activities, playing with grandchildren, for example, maybe playing badminton, if you're still playing badminton, or you've played badminton, or having to quickly move to get out of the way of a car or something. So speed is still important, and that explosiveness is still important too. So after having done that, we would want to have a little bit of a cool down. So maybe just a bit of a sort of a time getting the heart rate back down, and you might want to do a little calf stretch or think about your ankles, but that might be quite a nice fun thing to put into your day, once or twice a day, maybe a couple of times a week, and your leader might be doing some of these in classes. So that's us signing off.
Nice one, thank you.